Good morning guys, how are we today? I hope you all are well. So, still got my coffee this morning. So, if you know me, I need coffee every day, all the time. This corona thing is not gonna stop me from drinking my coffee. Alright, what we're gonna do today is talking a little bit more about our balance training. We had the first session was just basic training, standing, moving ourselves up and down. Don't move too much on this side. We're really gonna squeeze our abs going straight up instead of moving to the side and then dragging that up. So we're just gonna be able up here, nice and firm. Alright, so the reason I said that one is that I see constantly on YouTube and Instagram and all these things, people who bought these bands. These bands are fantastic bands. They come in different lengths, strengths and everything, but they're being used wrongly constantly. So what we're going to do, put them in between our feet like this. Hope you all can see me. And we're just going to do the same today. If you don't have the bands, doesn't matter. We just basically we'll just do the same as we normally think, but this is how we're gonna think from now on. It is squeezing our tummy first, and from there we're just gonna shift our weight and then drive up, okay? And I'm gonna keep holding it and drop it really slow down and drop back. I can switch if I want, or I can stay on one leg. And just gonna squeeze under control, nice and slow. From the side, it's gonna look something like this. Here, squeeze up, 90 degree, straight. I'm not leaning side to side or back and forth, and dropping it back down. And up again, other leg, forward, 90 degree, everything compact. Try not to lean too much. And I know guys, it's really hard, alright? But don't stress about it. So, what I see is this kind of thing. And it's not good, it's not helping anyone. That's why we do it really slowly, really under control. And if we are struggling, as I said last time, just hold your hand to a wall, get a broom that you can hold to and go up and down. If you have these bands, fantastic. It is basically just getting a little bit, it's just getting it, making it a little bit harder than it is without anything. But don't put too much effort into, oh my god, I can't do these things because I don't have the bands. Eric is doing with the bands, I can't do bands. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. We can do all this training without the bands. We just have to really focus on our core and squeeze up. And trust me, you see, even from here, without the bands, I'm struggling because now I'm trying to focus even more on staying centered. With the bands, it's actually giving me a little bit of wiggle room, so it makes me, I can squeeze outside without falling over, so it's sort of easier to do with the bands. The bands are only making it harder for my muscles to pull my leg up, and that's it. It's sort of the same thing as I do with the booster board that I'm bringing here, is that the booster in itself is just a wobbly surface. The wobbly surface is just going to tell me that if I do something wrong, if I have too much weight on my foreleg or my hips are going forward, well then the booster is going to move that way and I'm going to lose my balance. The booster is sort of pushing you into the right position. That's why I always use the booster constantly. if I do squats or lunges, I try to use the booster as much as possible, because it will tell you as soon as you do something wrong when it comes to your pelvis, for example, that your pelvis is off, then you're gonna get moved back. Okay, so today I put on something really tight, contrast colors, so it's easy for you to do, and not for you to look at my tummy, but it is for you to see where my hips are. So when I go up here and I am working on the BUSU, my hips are normally coming forward, here, straight back, tummy in, and even if I drop it, I'm 100% straight, square here, and I can go up and keep it under control. If I do this exercise without the BUSU, it is easy for me to make sure, it's easy for me to be in the wrong position. Without me thinking about it, I might push my hips too much forward, or they might drop back like this. Normally what is happening is that the curve in the back is too big, and that's why you guys have problem with your lower back, that you're curving a lot. You go like this instead of pushing it, your hips or your pelvis forward and then straighten out your lower back. So it's a big difference from here to here. Also, if you are still losing the control of your balance when you're standing up on one leg like this, it might be your core is not strong enough. And the core is connected to the pelvis and glutes, hamstring, everything. So what is happening is that you are twisting and turning here in your hip region. And as soon as this thing happening, the balance is going all over the place. And we can't have that. It's really difficult to do anything, especially when the next step is sort of moving on one leg and bending over like this. If this one is not 100% and I'm going down here and I'm flaring up like this, I'm already losing my balance. So what I want when I come down here is that I'm tipping, just hinging in my hip, and I try to be as square as possible. This one is a bad way to do it. This one is the correct way to do it. And I have a thought of like a thing that I always do, that I flare up my leg. So I try to squeeze it in and straighten it. Instead of my foot go that way, try to do it that way. And obviously it's really hard. After a while my toe wants to go this way towards you guys, but I want it to point down to the ground. And I really want to be 90 degrees here. That is obviously really hard when you haven't been doing this for years and no one told you this. So we are talking about, do I really need a BUSU? No, you don't. I can do this exactly the same training on the ground. It's really good. Even if I don't have the BUSU, I can make something that is a little bit more wobbly underneath. If this one starts on the hard surface, it's getting too easy for you. We can just bring in your yoga mat, and you can do it on there as soon as you do that, or on your carpet at home. It's a little bit thicker, so you're going to have a little bit more wriggle room. And if that is too easy, then you can take off your shoes and do it there. And here we come into really technical stuff. So one of my clients that I talked to said, oh, I got massive back problem. It's because I'm working constantly sitting bent over. And I go, that's might be it. But I say sometimes the problem lays further down. So you have to think about the body as a tree, and our feet are the roots, or the top of the roots, sort of like just before it comes up, and it's all the one that is connected to the ground. So if our feet are really weak, obviously we can't have a balance. So what is happening in my case is that I'm flat-footed. So what is making me pushing on the inside, and my joints, ankles, everything is going on the inside and making it really hard for me to stay on one leg. As a matter of fact, it makes it hard for me to stay on both legs because the pressure is so much on the inside that it hurts my knee. So what I have to do, I either have to buy special shoes that are made for me to have that balance. They're a little bit harder on the inside. It's stable shoes, you can get them from Asics or Nike, Adidas and everyone else. Or you can do what I do, is buy special inner soles. These one you can buy cheap ones or you can buy expensive ones. What it does is just it builds up a little bit on the inside, so make sure when you are pressing, landing on your outside of your foot and rolling on the inside, as a normal step, it's going to stop you from rolling all the way over. So it gives you a little bit more stability through your foot. You're building up underneath the foot arc. That's really good for you. And that's how I go through the day with those, and I use them in every single shoes that I have. So what we have been saying that take off your shoes, do this without the shoes, and you start feeling it underneath your foot, like it's all like a painful, crampy sort of feeling. That is only pain. Don't worry about it. Keep on going, and after a while you will feel that instead of feeling it from number 3 repetition, you start feeling it on the 8, 9, 10, then maybe you feel it on the second set instead of the first set, and so on and so on. Alright. There are other stuff. Booster board, buying a booster board is quite expensive. There are several different types, but they are from £100 and above. This little thing is much cheaper. Can't remember what I paid for it, but it's on there. It's just a balance pad. The problem with the balance pad is that it is really hard to stand on. I can't, I'm struggling massively just to be on that one. If you have an underplaying foot, a really stiff ankle, you might do even better than me on this one, because this is all over the place, especially for my kind of foot. It's absolutely crazy. So what I normally use this one for to be equally good, or at least almost equally good, is when I do lunges or some sort of thought, I can have one leg on that, and now I just have to concentrate going up and down. And you can see how much that foot is working because of that balance pad. Okay, so that's a really good way to do it. Order those online, get delivered to your door. It's a good thing to have in your house, but you don't need them. You can also have some sort of foam balance, also balance. That's what this is actually a balance. That's a wobbly pillow, I think. These ones are made extra uneven, wobbly. So standing on these are also quite hard and tough. And these one cost around £23 online, I think, and a really good way to train your balance, and way cheaper than buying a booster board, and it takes less space, easy to bring with you. It's brilliant. You can sit on it, stand on it, do anything you want. It's also something that is sometimes better than a booster, because I can be standing on my toes and working on my calves, and it is really challenging. It's a brilliant thing. If you want, just write something underneath and I add a link for that. I keep on forgetting to add links, so you have to remind me if you want any of the links. Obviously the good thing with the booster that makes it extraordinary is that we can flip it around and we can do everything that all of those do on both sides and even more. So, you know, it is the best. It's no doubt about that, but it's quite expensive and it's heavy and you have to have room for it. So, if you don't have any of those, you don't have a mat, you only have a hard surface, let's say you might have some elastic bands, then you can do what I did. You can do step outs, same thing, you're really squeezing our core and do it really nice and slow with the bands here, and just go bam, and I squeeze, bam, and I squeeze. I don't want to put my feet together because then obviously the band is dropping. I want them apart and I just want to squeeze here. From the side, step, step. Okay, we can also go back, in, out, in, forward, in, back, out, forward. Okay, so this is where I'm thinking. Back, out. Okay. Out. As you see, I always take my time. I make sure that I do every single technique correctly. Rushing these ones, as I see, especially the footballers that I see online doing, it's no point. Absolutely pointless. You're wasting your time. You can do so much more things with your life instead of doing something that doesn't work. Okay? Same thing here. If this is too easy to just go up and down, then I can just pivot my leg like this. I really want to squeeze it, and I can feel that my body is moving from side to side, and I really don't want that. I really want my body to be here and there. Okay, I can bring my feet like this, do the same thing. Oh, side up, up, down, up, down, up, in, and down. It's all about what you got at home, or you don't have at home. You can do these things without the elastic band, don't worry. If you only have a long elastic band, you can tie it around your sofa leg or outside or whatever, and you can use that. You can either be on your booster board and dry, something like that, alright? Or if you don't have a booster, as most of you don't have, doesn't matter, we can just be here and just go dry. And if you have more space, obviously you can go all the way and get that stretch here and drive it up. In this case, I can do a step, drag it in, drag it in, 100% steady, straight. Here. Lots of things you can do for your upper body. We're going to do that in another film. But today we're talking about balance. I think we can do. I might actually do one day the whole set that I do. It's a 1 hour workout. It's quite tough. You need a band. So if people can comment, yeah, I got a band, yeah, I got a band, or whatever, I don't have a band, then I might do that. Then Then again, as soon as I do something that is just with elastic bands, people at home that doesn't have elastic bands go like, oh, I don't have it, so what can I do? So one of you or some of you might have something like a dumbbell, not any elastic. Then we can just be here. We can do a split, bring up, your balance going, and working up and down. Okay. I'm still working all my balance muscles, although it is not really pushing me to the limit as some of the wobbly stuff would do. I can bring my leg up in the couch or on a box or on a staircase, and I can do my one-legged squat. I can do the same thing as I did, just with leg raised high. I can even just drop down here and up. And this one is hard enough as it is standing on just a hard surface. On this position, I can be here and I can do, yeah, it's a bit heavy for me. Good. Flies, do one-legged rowers. And all these things I can do on one leg that is contributing towards your balance, contributing towards your strength, is real life strength, something that we all need. And trust me on this, doing all these kind of things instead of lifting heavy or doing something really fast and silly, this is way better. Take your time, be careful with your lower back, really focus on your abs. When you're doing it, squeeze it in and stay 100% straight when you're working. Tensing up, all these things is really good. Working on your glutes, hamstrings, calves, ankles, everything is working, especially when we use the wobbly bits. All the muscles are in agony after a while. It's brilliant. What more? What am I going to do today? Nothing. Lead question: if there is something that I keep on forgetting that you need a reminder on, leave a note underneath, that would be good. If there is a special session you want, if you have something, equipment at home that I haven't used, like the Swiss ball for example, I got a Swiss ball at home, what can I do? Can I use that one for balance? What kind of balance training can I do with the Swiss ball? Then I can do that. Also, yeah, next time I am going to show you stuff that you can use at home, or you can build or make. You do not need professional equipment. You can use, for example, instead of dumbbells, you can fill up empty soda bottle, fill it up with water, and we can train with that, no problem. I'm going to show you all the balance stuff with the soda bottles, boxes. I've just built a box for my little son and me that we can do. I'm going to make a movie for that one later today. All these things we can do at home. You can just build it. If I don't have a Swiss ball, I can make a Swiss ball. All these things going to be for the next film tomorrow. Other than that, this might be a long one. Same thing we've done today. This is more like a theory sort of movie. It was a little bit more, yeah, what we can use, how we can move, all these things. If it's all confusing, let me know. Right underneath. If you don't say anything, I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. Give you tips and tricks, which you can do at home. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a good one.